communities forget that they're black. And they try to appease a group of people that's probably never going to embrace them. And once they realize that, guess who's the first group to take them back?
I don't know her.
You know, I ain't say nobody's name, Amanda. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
How you know who I'm talking about? But we've seen this happen before. Rest his soul, O.J. Simpson. You know, he had the famous quote, "I'm O.J., I ain't black." Even Michael Jackson went through what he went through, rest his soul.
Right.
Even Kanye had to be reminded. And now Miss Owens, I don't want no black pilots. I don't want this. I don't want that. And now we can't keep off our black media station. When before she gave us her butt to kiss.
Why, oh, why must some of us black folk choose oppression over being free? Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Well, I have some Amanda Seals talking about Candace Owens. And this is on another YouTube channel, Anton Daniels. Guys, I'm pretty sure I've heard of him. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you are alerted of new content. And don't forget to check out my new show, The Linda B Show, which I have a show come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a nightcap show. Thank you guys so much. Now let's get into it. So we know we've got liberal people, we know we've got conservative people, and we do not agree on a lot of things. One being politics and also culture and also how we see ourselves. But here is a clip of Amanda Seals, and I'm not sure what she's doing right now, but she's here talking, and I'm also going to show you a clip of her on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe. I just want to show you what she is saying about Candace Owens. Take a watch.
You all mentioning this idiot's name with mine, not Roland Martin, this woman that you all keep mentioning with mine. Let's get something very clear today. There is zero things in common with me and Candace Owens. Literally nothing. And when you suggest that there is any reason why we should share space, what you're doing is, one, wildly disrespecting my education, my authenticity, and my value system, giving her merit that she does not deserve and that is completely unearned.
Okay.
So please stop juxtaposing her and I in any shared space other than those that exist right now at the behest of gravity and a necessity to breathe air. If we came into the world the same way, because I don't know if she was a cesarean or a vaginal birth. So please stop. We have to get more nuanced than thinking just because two people are black and they're women and they have mentioned politics that they should share space. No, they don't need to share space. When some people are well, we should send our children to predominantly white schools because they deserve a better education. And it's okay, that's one thought process. But the other thing is that you're putting your kids in a space where they're going to actually feel harm. Why?
Okay, so that is Amanda Seals, and she has issues with Candace Owens. And Amanda Seals is very liberal. And earlier I did a video about how she was very devastated and very upset about Kamala Harris. And I just wanted to shake her and say, girl, it's the Democrats. You put all your eggs in one basket over here with the Democrats, and all they do is disappoint. And so when Candace Owens brings knowledge and wisdom and doesn't go along with the victimhood, because that's what they promote on the left. You're oppressed if you're black. White people owe us reparations. That is what they push. On the conservative side, we don't push that. Make your own reparations. You be your reparations. Get a trade, get to work, go to college, get whatever kind of degree you want, because there's plenty of smart black people out there, and do your thing and stop doing this. Gimme. They literally say, give me some of your white privilege. you have all the privilege in the world. You're not a slave, you're not a victim, you're equal. We are equal in the eyes of God. But people got to see themselves as equals and stop seeing themselves as an oppressed slave. But I'm going to show you a little bit about this Club Shay Shay interview also that Amanda Seals was on.
People in our community forget that they're Black.
The boat.
And they try to appease a group of people that's probably never going to embrace them. And once they realize that, guess who's the first group to take them back?
I don't know her.
You know, I ain't say nobody's name, Amanda. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
How you know who I'm talking about? But we've seen this happen before. Rest his soul, O.J. Simpson. You know, he had the famous quote, "I'm O.J., I ain't Black." Even Michael Jackson went through what he went through, rest his soul.
Right.
Even Kanye had to be reminded. And now Miss Owens, I don't want no Black pilots, I don't want this, I don't want that. And now we can't keep off our Black media station. When before she gave us her butt to kiss. Now, if I'm lying, if I'm speaking out of turn, people, y'all correct me. But y'all know I'm telling the truth.
I've had about enough of, and I like Shannon Sharpe. I don't have to agree with everybody on everything because I don't agree with Candace Owens on everything. Maybe 95% of things I agree with Candace Owens on because I'm confused about the whole Israel thing. And so I'm not sure about that piece of it. But everything else about the culture and about what's promoted in Black culture, I totally agree with her on. But again, you know, when you start giving facts about what is going on with Black people and people may not understand the fact that I even say I don't like organizations with the word Black in them because I know that they don't really mean us any good. Because when you look at what they do and see when you say things like that, people are going to say, well, you hate yourself. No, I don't. I just know what those organizations are about, what they do to actually harm Black communities. And see, that's what the left is good at doing. Convincing us that the other side hates us and that we're oppressed. And see, again, this is Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay. But I want to show you this one thing with Amanda Seals, how upset and distraught. I mean, she acts like she's about to have a meltdown of epic proportions because of what she learned about Kamala Harris. And she is not happy about it. And I want to tell her so bad, girl, it's them. It's all Democrats. You're not going to get a good Democrat. You're going to get a Democrat that's going to go with the woke agenda, that's going to go with the powers that be. You're going to get a puppet. So take a watch.
Clips of Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. That's my job. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist? I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans, but there's also policy, legislation, institution, and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. I'm telling you how you sound. Okay? The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this.
That was Amanda Seales from July of this year. So earlier this year, she was talking about how she felt like Kamala Harris was disingenuous in her messaging. And that was the whole problem in any event with Kamala Harris. People were like, she's not genuine. She's not real. She's fake. She's an empty vessel. She can't answer questions. And whatever you can say about Donald Trump, I don't agree with him on everything he says or does. And that's with anybody. I just don't. And I'm just, I just don't. But for the most part, I do agree with his policies. I think they're fantastic and they're pro-American for everybody to do well. But the fact is that Kamala Harris came off as fake. And whatever you can say about Donald Trump, he doesn't come across as fake. That's one thing you cannot say about him is fake. Whatever comes up, comes out. It may come rough around the edges, but if you examine it and look at it on a deeper level and don't let the media tell you what to think, you'll realize that the man is actually telling the truth. And that's just fact. In fact, he's telling the truth. So I wanted to show you this because I wanted you guys to see that there is, some things going on with Black conservatives, Black liberals. There's a, clashing of the heads, and it always will be, no matter if it's Black or white or whoever. Period. There is an ideology difference between a conservative and a liberal. One is victimhood. The other one is you can make your life whatever you want it to be. And I'm not saying there is no systemic racism. That's where I differ a little bit with most conservatives. I do agree that there is systemic racism, and I'm going to tell you why. Just hear me out. Most of the systemic, all of it practically, I guess, is coming from the Democrat side. Because if you look at Kamala Harris and you look at Joe Biden, what they actually did to Black families, they will lock people up for little or no offense. I mean, there is a clip I did of Joe Biden said, we hanged people for everything except jaywalking. He literally said hang, and he came up with all of those crime bills that really took Black men out of the home, as well as welfare, as well as these schools that are public schools that are not adequately serving urban areas, and people are graduating, but they're not reading or doing science and math or history at grade level. So there is some legitimacy to there being systemic racism. Now, is it the kind of racism that can prevent us from being whatever we want? No, it's not that. It is just that it's coming from the left. It's coming from the Democrats. It's coming from the very people that pretend to be our friends while stabbing us in the back, so to speak. Not literally, figuratively. Okay, figuratively. So I'm just saying that, we have to look at things from the best perspective and educate ourselves and not try to look at each other and demonize the other. We disagree on things. I'm a conservative. I'm a Christian conservative. My eyes have just been opened, and I'm glad that they've been opened. And I'm hoping that you guys got a lot out of this video. But just remember, there are forces out there that are trying to separate us, and people like Amanda Seales comes off unhinged. Okay, she's saying she doesn't know her, that she's an idiot. First of all, the last thing Candace Owens is an idiot. She's very bright. Everybody knows that. Okay, just because someone has a different opinion doesn't give us the right to name call. Even though I do some name calling on this channel, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but I can't help it. When people do things that they say one thing and do another, which I get what she means with Kamala Harris. But Amanda Seales, girl, it is because Kamala Harris is a Democrat. And the sooner you figure it out and the sooner you know that this party is a God-hating, American-hating party. And yes, they do hate Black people. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, the United States of America, and march on, warriors.